What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Vault-Tec Productions. Here to show you a little side build I've been working on. It's an apocalyptic mobile base, very heavily armored, and with some cool interior stuff and lots of customization features. But before we get into that, I just have a couple updates to go over. So in my last video, going over the power armors, I just so happened to find a certain piece on one of the stores I've been shopping at recently. And yeah, guess which piece does exist in black, so that's very nice. I was very lucky to find that on the store I was shopping at, and yeah, big upgrade to my Outcast variant of the T45. I didn't think just the helmet alone would really fix the issues I was having with this figure, but I think it works out pretty well now that I have it, and yeah, pretty happy with that. But I also have something a little new to show you. It's a Gatling laser build I made. So there's my Gatling laser here. It's not got too much details on it. It's a very finely detailed weapon in game, and the main reason it took me so long to make one is I just was trying not to make one with how many small details there are on it. I didn't think I could do a good job, but I just tried to get the just some sort of bar and tubing and stuff on the side, as well as that little angle there where I think there's a little screen on it, but unfortunately I had to put the gauge underneath that, but it's a compromise I was happy to make just to get those details on there, and a little shiny grill part on the side. This is the back accessory I have for it. I just wanted to get some yellow in there, but it does not look very good, and hopefully I can change this at some point. But showing you on a figure, here we have my T51, all equipped with his Gatling laser, and yeah, I think it looks pretty good. It's not super accurate, but I think you can tell well enough at least that it is supposed to be a Gatling laser if you're familiar with the old style from 3 in New Vegas. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this mobile carrier I got here. It's a basically like a very heavily armored mobile home, some sort of big mobile rig, mobile base type thing. It's very blocky. I didn't really want it to come out that way, but I wanted to cover the outside with as many tiles as I could just to give it this bulky armor look, but it did end up coming out very blocky. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into some of the details on here. So it's got ladders leading up to this door here, and it has doors on both sides. Little keypads right there for the doors. Open up the other one on the side. Pretty much symmetrical. This little tile here that's going across is only on this one side, just to show like a bit of damage or repairs that were made at some point. 2 sets of treads, sorry. Much bigger set in the back. It has some windows on the side. Let me just pop those open for you real quick. Unfortunately, because of the design, the windows can only go up so far before those pieces just get in the way. But you can very easily just pop a tile off, one of the ones above the window, and darn it, that one got a little jammed, but as long as the window's up, it should be able to hold that a little bit. And so at least for single pictures, or if you just want to keep the window open, you definitely can. That tile's not going anywhere, but it will fall off as soon as you lower the window there. And pop that back on. Looking at the front, I'm probably going to end up calling it the cockpit a lot, even though it's really just like the driver's area. This is a land vehicle, but got lots of lights on the bottom, as well as some yellow lights on the side. I tried to give it some nice shaping for the front, but it didn't come out too well. It's got some windows on all sides, and those are covered up by tiles to give them a much smaller view space, and that's just, you know, for protection. Less places for them to get shot through. And up top it's got, I assume, what are like bull horns or something like that. And yeah, here's the other side if I didn't already show you. As I said, pretty much symmetrical. And looking at the roof, it's got some solar panels for some of their more device, electronic-based stuff that's going on inside here. It's got some racks on the back. Those are mostly just there for looks. I don't really have a purpose for them necessarily. And here is a hatch that goes into the interior. And you can see the ladder there that came out pretty nicely. I like how that looks. And it's got a little mounted turret spot right here. It did pop off on me. It's been losing its clutch power on this one piece, but there's no gun currently on there, but you can put pretty much whatever type of gun you want on there. And yeah, so I have 4 themes for the interior of this thing, and I'm going to show you all 4 of them. Basically, I made some furnishing similar to Fallout 3, how you just pick a theme, and it just comes like with everything, and that's kind of the situation I got here with these 4 boxes, each with its own unique interior for this build. And before I show you all those, just to look at it while it's empty, you can see lots of studs for the different furnishing to get put in there. And looking at the driver space, it's got a nice little light on the outside, and you can just see lots of printed details and stickered pieces and stuff making up this cockpit. And that does have a swivel chair there in the middle. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into some of these inside interior themes I've made for it. Alright, so the first of the interior themes I consider be kind of the general survivalist setup. And you can see our little turret spot got swapped out for this wooden one with a sniper rifle on top. And that all the turrets can swivel around and stuff. They're all very functional. And you can also see they have some cargo that got added to the roof. But taking a look at the interior now, we have a power armor stand in the back with some basic T45 in there, next to a little bench. Over here we just got a little small table with some cards and some chairs. We got the little survivor cot right there, and a fire extinguisher and a small box got added to the cockpit. Spinning around to the other side, a little broom in the corner, just do some cleaning up. Got a little table there, and a little wood plank there. A little TV with bunny ears, and this is kind of the workbench setup. And on the back here next to the ladder, we just have a little cargo crate and some engine details and some spare parts and stuff like that. Just some general survivalist stuff. And yeah, as we go through these interiors, there's going to be like more and more Fallout references, and just it's going to look more and more straight out of Fallout in terms of what's going on in here. But let's go ahead and get into the next one. Alright, and on to our next theme. This theme is based on the Brotherhood of Steel, and we can see this proper turret stand is back, the one that matches the vehicle, and there is a minigun on there now. And the Brotherhood also add a little cargo spot with a little console next to it. A minifigure can stand there. It's got a little antenna there. Not really sure what it's for, but it's just a cool little detail to give the Brotherhood something to do up there. But taking a look at the interior, starting with the cockpit, they had a little some sort of engine details or something added there in the corner, and a little clip and container for some other stuff on the other side. Not really sure what this is, just some techie stuff up here on the wall, with a chemistry station and a workbench under that. And then in the back they have their armory. This has the little helmet stand from my old Brotherhood headquarters from my city, which is gone now. And there's a computer next to that and a little weapon rack above that. And taking a look at the other side, they have a little Protectron charging station equipped with a whole Protectron. Wow. And we got some white bunk beds right here and a little cabinet next to that. And then we have a pretty unique power armor stand, just using some McLaren parts I had, and that's got some T51 in it. Then they have some extra parts just in that box there. But taking a look at this Protectron, because he's pretty neat. He's a really junked up Protectron with all kinds of mismatched parts, and he is really abusing this Indiana Jones whip piece, which is just getting used really pretty hardcore there. And yeah, he's just a cool little unique Protectron to be chilling in this little mobile base. And yeah, let's move on to our next theme. Alright, now this theme I call my Enclave Officer theme. And you can see we have some black going on the roof now with this new black turret base that has a sweet Gatling laser on the top of there. Big upgrade from that minigun and the sniper rifle. And back here we have another little technician spot similar to the Brotherhood. And yeah, just a little spot for another minifigure to actually stay up on the roof. And getting into the interior. So here in the back we have a little workbench and a mounted plasma rifle there on the wall. In this little techie box is a laser rifle. And then moving over, this is an Enclave Officer's place, so you know, he's high ranking, he's got all the nice duds in his place here. So he's got a little cabinet and some other desks and stuff like that. He's got his nice proud Enclave flag on the wall there, as well as a little black and white corporate espionage poster above his radio setup. He had a little coffee cup and a computer console added to the cockpit area. He's got a bookshelf here and a very patriotic bed and a little dresser right here with one of those little Overwatch health things on top of there. Then he's got his XO2 in a power armor stand right here. And I did switch to black goggles instead of the visor piece to try and make it a little more accurate. It doesn't look as cool, but maybe a little more accurate. And I only had one goggle piece in black, so that worked out nicely. And he's got a nice little globe here in the back. Very fancy officer's place. And he's got a little Nuka Cola vending machine right there as well. So, Enclave Officer's place, he's got quite a nice setup. And yeah, let's get into the final theme. Alright, and now the final theme. Now I must warn you, this one's supposed to be a little extra on purpose. This is more like some straight Atomic Shop stuff. This is the Nuka Cola theme, so hope you're ready to see just a bunch of red and white everywhere. So for the roof, it has this huge turret spot now, which has lots of protection all around it, and a mounted missile launcher, so yeah, that's getting the damage done. And then there's comically a Nuka Cola vending machine just haphazardly chained to the roof there. I guess so your guy manning the turret can go get him some ice cold Nuka Cola on his breaks. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the interior of this thing. So going ahead and taking a look. Unfortunately didn't have anything for right there at the moment. Gonna replace that at some point, I hope. Got a little box and a red sofa there. Then we got this big fancy refrigerator right here. Oops, popped off the ground, but that is functional and works nicely. It's got some Nuka Cola bottles on the bottom and a little red cup there at the top. Then there's a tiny little stove installation in between that and these storage containers here. And of course we have the big Nuka Cola banner there on the wall. And a very nice modded sniper on the wall there as well. Up front, more Nuka Cola bottles, and there's a little briefcase in the slot there. Spinning it around, we have our bunk beds in all Nuka Cola red there, as well as a nice little table here. And there are two power armor stands for this place, both Nuka Cola themed with some branding all over them. I forgot to put a power armor in here, but there we go. And both my styles are both the two different types of power armor stands, both with some Nuka Cola branding all over them. And this one's even supposed to be styled to look kind of like a vending machine with the little light on top. Unfortunately, didn't have any colored ink at the time of making those, but hopefully just something I can replace in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I just want to leave you with a little teaser for the next video I'm going to post. If you're not new to the channel, you may have seen this guy before. He's my Joshua Graham figure, and he's important because he's a specific named character from one of the games, and he's the first and only specific named Fallout character I have, but I'm very happy to say my next video I'll be showing him and very many more specific named characters from the games. I've kept getting lots of comments to do that, and I have at least 10 more figures to show you guys, all specific named characters from the actual games. Very excited for that, and I got some other stuff coming out the pipeline soon. Hope to see you there, and yeah, thanks for watching.